Hello there, Jessica. Let's have a look. So, in the 21st century, technology is developing at an unprecedented rate. Some people believe that humans tend to adapt to technology and it is making us intellectually weaker, instead of technology adapting to us, which is the sensible phenomenon. This essay will prove this viewpoint. Which viewpoint? You've mentioned two viewpoints, so it's not coherent. This essay will prove these viewpoints, or will analyse these viewpoints by taking the effects of technological products on people's daily life as an example to demonstrate points and support arguments. Okay, not bad. Perhaps we can shorten it though, and maybe merge these two, possibly. Okay, just to keep us within the word limit. Let's see. Firstly, people nowadays are adapting to high-tech products while it should be acted. Okay, while the opposite should be the case. Okay, is there a more eloquent way to structure that? We could say, firstly, unfortunately, people nowadays are adapting to high-tech products, while experts say it should be the opposite. But then we've got to say it again. So let's see. It has been let's just say it's okay for now. It has been reported that there is a growing population who are fond of updating all the technology devices and documents to the newest versions from time to time. Okay, we don't need that from time to time. Okay, devices and documents to the newest versions. This behavior is considered that the time spent is not proportional to the value. Wow. Really long sentence, and it seems like a simple argument has just been made 10 times more complex. Okay, added to that, it's a very long sentence which isn't grammatically perfect, which makes it even more difficult to understand. Okay, and thirdly, there's no example in there. Okay, the example is really important, because what you're doing is you're saying your example, you're saying your argument again. Let me just kill that dog. Yeah, so what you're doing is you're saying the same argument again in a second way, and then if somebody hears your argument twice in two different ways, then it's even easier for them to understand it. And in this case, it's the examiner who's going to hear your argument twice, and therefore, assuming that your argument is correct, which it is, and it corresponds to the task in question, then assuming that, then it's going to be crystal clear, and you're going to pick up points for your cohesion and coherence. Okay? Because it's all going to be absolutely clear. So that's why it's really important we throw in an example. And in this case, it's very important because you've got grammatical skills, you've got amazing vocab, but it's just getting lost because I don't understand the argument, because you've gone for something that's way too complex, okay, or the sentence is just way too long. So remember that, Jessica. Okay, let's see. Moreover, from a general aspect, technology is weakening people. It has been said that technology is weakening people's intellectual level. We've got to hedge these sentences. This is because, and then we should have a for example. Okay, follow the sentence guide. For example, it is widely acknowledged that some students would ask others online to help them with their homework, which is basically purely, we need one or the other, basically or purely, which is basically giving them the answers. As this occurrence is hard to control, the use of the internet is becoming a hindrance for students to develop their own thoughts independently. Good. Thus it is clear that high-tech products lower the future generation's creativity. Okay, that was better, but I think it would have been much better if we would have just followed the sentence guide, because it would have been made it easier and faster for you as well to construct the whole paragraph and the whole idea. As the above arguments show, adapting to technology influences people negatively. Also, in general, high-tech devices are hindering people's independent thoughts. It is hoped that there are some controls. Are we saying devices and the internet is a device? So we could say, also, in general, the internet is hindering people's independent thought, or students, or pupils. Okay, let's just be a little bit more specific. It is hoped that there are some controls. It is hoped that there will be some controls. It is hoped is future that there will be some controls over the way of using technology which enables the masses to advance the quality of their lives. Okay, not bad, not bad. Alright, we need to follow the sentence guide. Now the difference between will and would. Okay, would is conditional, so it's not 100% certain. Yeah, like I would kill the dog if it wasn't illegal. I'm just joking, by the way, but I'm just giving a demonstration. Okay, and I will kill the dog is I'm definitely going to do it. It's 100% certain. Okay, that's certainty. Alright, okay, let's have a look at your task 1. Okay, the bar chart provided illustrates the predicted visits of Mexicans, Canadians and Americans to London, Paris, Madrid and Istanbul in the year 2018. Genius! In the USA, the dominant place for travelling in 2018, or the preferred place for travelling, will be Paris at 100,000 visits, in which citizens in Canada and Mexico. Okay, we don't know, in which is used incorrectly, so we should say 100,000 visits. Whereas citizens in Canada and Mexico will only send approximately 45,000 and 25,000 visits to Paris respectively. Okay. Moreover, this is a wonderful essay. It's starting off wonderful, so well done. A report, sorry, not essay. Moreover, this trait is going to be similar for London, with 80,000 visits from the USA, followed by 50,000 from Canada and 20k from Mexico. Good. However, with the expected visits to London and Istanbul both being the lowest among Mexicans, they will favour going to Madrid brackets 65,000 visits. Or they'll favour going to Madrid the most. Okay, so you did say that. That's fine. Which the amount will be close to Americans. Delete that. We don't need it. It's not necessary. Finish. Full stop. Okay. And then we should say, let's see. Okay, we don't need to mention every single detail, so it's okay just to forget those last two and then just go, the amount of visits to Istanbul will be similar between Canadians and Americans, with both around 67,000. Good. Okay, good. Alright, now I would have maybe, I mean this is perfect, yeah, but you could just say something like, overall, each country has a favourite. America prefers Paris, Canadians prefer Istanbul, and Mexicans prefer Madrid. Okay, full stop. London is the least popular among all the cities. Okay, or is not the favoured for any country stated. Okay, and that would have mentioned every single detail. But that's a really good task 1, Jessica. Fantastic work.